Welcome to this seminar on the subject of Islam. I would like to begin by making a few remarks on the purpose of this seminar. My name is Harvey Skinner, and my wife Maria and I have worked for many years among Muslims in different lands such as Pakistan, India, northern Iraq, and a Spanish enclave in northern Morocco. Now we are in Europe because of the great growth of Islam here. I've noticed that among Christians there is often great ignorance about Islam, even in those countries which were under the control of Islam for many years. For example, Spain was under Muslim rule for 800 years before becoming a Catholic nation 500 years ago. Sicily was controlled by Arab Muslims for 100 years. Despite this, the Christians of today have very little understanding of Islam. I believe learning about and understanding Islam is one of the first steps we must take to be able to communicate the gospel of Christ to Muslims. Since Islam first began 1400 years ago, it has been a direct challenge to the faith of Christianity. Wars have been fought between the followers of the two religions from the time Muslims surged out of Arabia and attacked Christians in the Middle East and across North Africa, conquering even up into Spain, all within 80 years after the death of Muhammad. Historically, the Christian response to Islam has been either to fight the Muslims or to just ignore them. Rarely throughout all the years Islam has existed has there been any real effort by the Christian church to reach out to them with the gospel of Jesus Christ. Today in the 21st century, Islam is the second largest religion in the world, counting over 1.6 billion followers, or almost one-fourth of the world's population. It is also the fastest growing of all the major religions of the world. As the shocking wake-up call of September 11th clearly revealed, worldwide Islam today is in a state of activist revival, and fundamentalist Muslims openly seek the domination of the world by Islam. In Europe, the population of Muslims is rapidly growing through both immigration and the large birth rate that Muslim families often have. At the same time this explosive growth is happening, the native populations of countries like England, France, Italy, Spain, and Germany are being drastically reduced because of falling and even negative birth rates. If present trends continue, then within decades, Europe will become a continent where Islam is dominant. This is not even considering the possible entry of Turkey into the European Union with its large Muslim population. This rising tide of Muslims throughout Europe can be seen as either a threat by a Christianity in decline, or it can be seen by believers as a God-given opportunity to reach Muslims with the gospel of Jesus Christ, in lands where there is still religious liberty to proclaim Christ, and where Muslim converts can still freely attend and belong to churches. Most Muslims have not rejected Christianity because they've heard and understood the gospel. The truth is, most have never really heard the gospel even for the first time. In most Muslim lands, Christian evangelism is illegal, and the penalty for converting from Islam to Christ is very serious, even including death. Many times the local Christians living in Muslim lands will themselves prevent Muslims from being evangelized because of their own fear of persecution that can follow. When Muslims come to Europe, to the Christian West as they see it, what they see of Christianity is the idolatry of processions of traditional Christians carrying statues through the streets on festival days, coupled with the materialism and the sexual hedonism of Europe's modern culture, and they think this is Christianity. Sadly, most Muslims, even here in Europe, have not really yet heard the good news of Christ's salvation. The question is, will they ever hear it? The church needs to wake itself up and get moving. We have great opportunities now to preach the gospel to Muslims, and now is God's time to reach them for Christ. Today is the day of salvation, the Bible says. The purpose of this seminar is to help you as a Christian to better understand Islam so that you may be able to share Christ with a Muslim. My prayer and hope is that you will be challenged to become a part of God's mighty plan of salvation in reaching Muslims for Christ.